horrible movie of the week review. And finally, and this week I did more torture to myself, and I watched a movie called The Hunters. Now, this movie stars some people from the TV show Tomorrow People, which is not a very good show. And yeah, it lived one season on the CW and then was canceled. And so they're like, hey, let's just take some of these actors and throw them into this movie. Sweet. Yeah, not for me. So The Hunters centers around a guy whose parents apparently are relic hunters, and they go and they protect the world by getting these relics and preventing them from falling into evil hands.
So they're like Indiana Jones?
They're like wannabe Indiana Joneses without the, charisma of Indiana Jones or the mystery and intrigue of Indiana Jones. I'll just put it this way. Instead of like searching for cool things like Indiana Jones did, they were searching for Snow White's mirror. Like, really? Like, that's
so like fairy tale relics.
Yeah, fairy tale stuff. I mean, they do mention the Holy Grail at one point, but it's like, no, you've already ruined yourselves by seeing the Seven Dwarfs house, and it's just, you don't work. It doesn't work. No, I'm not going to go for it. But let's start it off with reason number 5. And this reason pops up literally within the first, 5 seconds you watch it. The production company is called OK Productions. So it's EH-OKAY. Like, we made an okay movie. It's like, you don't have very much confidence in yourself.
For some great standards.
It's like, it's okay. Like, how good's your movie? Yeah, it's okay.
You see, if that happens at the screening or like in the back offices when you're discussing it, it's like, well, that's the name of our company, so I guess that must be our standard. We hit it right on.
Like, exactly. It's like, wow, you guys really knocked it out of the park. You made an okay movie. That's exactly what we were aiming for. Thank you very much. Yeah.
I guess it's better than a terrible movie, except for they're all the terrible movie list, so...
Yeah, sorry, you fell below your own standards, and your standards weren't very high. Okay. So, yeah, that's the name of the production company that made this movie. So that was a good sign that I was heading on the right path to watch a horrible movie. So let's just jump into number 4. Instead of using guns like normal bad guys do, somehow they whip out like these mini crossbows all the time. They're just like, whoosh, mini crossbow, you better freeze. Whoosh, give me the artifact. I got this mini crossbow. It's like, really, dude, you got one shot with that thing. If you miss me from, 100 feet away, I'm not worried about you anymore. I can get away.
And mini crossbow's not going to have usually that much power either. So...
And they literally whip these things out like they're guns. I mean, they're like, mini crossbows are bigger, you can't just pull it out of your jacket. Like, you would see somebody with a mini crossbow in there, and plus the arrow would be poking you in the ribs. And so it's not a very feasible weapon to be using if you're bad guys. And somehow they all use mini crossbows. So, and they never once fire them, by the way. Not even once, I don't believe. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Once the mini crossbows are fired. And that's where one bad guy kills 2 other bad guys with 2 mini crossbow bolts. So, yeah, not too entertaining. Number 3 is a wild assumption. You see the kids of the parents. The parents go missing. The kids have to take over the mantle of hunters and save the world and their parents. And there's a wild assumption that happens in the beginning of the movie, and it's just like, okay, let's go with it. And that's what propels the whole plot of the movie. So, yeah, not very good well written. Not at all. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But number 2, of course, you have the cliche of the boy and the girl who can't stand each other. Oh, I don't like you. Oh, you're not cool. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then they suddenly fall in love by the end of the movie. No reason why. They seem to hate each other the whole way through. But, oh, hey, we love each other. Oh, okay. And it's just like, no, that's not how the real world works.
Signs of growth together, bonding, or deep-seated.
No, they're like, we used to date and we hate each other. Okay, yeah, you're stupid and immature. Yeah, you're ugly and stupid too. Oh, wait, we love each other now. Let's make out at the end of the movie. Like, stupid. All right, stupid. Stupid shit. I hated it. I hated it. But let's move on to number 1. So the movie came to an ending that pretty much makes the whole movie pointless. That's all I'm saying. Is the end of the movie. All right, I'm just going to spoil it for everybody. So the main bad guy trying to get the mirror, because the mirror gives him a whole lot of power, the mirror gives you what you wish for. And he wished to be part of the Gorgon tribe or something like that. Well, apparently the Gorgons, if you know anything about Greek mythology, was what Medusa was. So the mirror turns him to stone. So instead of preventing this guy from getting the mirror, they should have encouraged him to get the mirror, and then he would have just turned himself to stone, because that's what happens. Like the most.
Well, they don't necessarily know that that's the.
No.
The
apparently they knew. Like the kid at the end is like, I knew this was going to happen because he said he wanted to be part of this. He told us this a long time ago. Remember that?
Oh.
So we knew this was going to happen. It's like, really? Really? So you just did all this for nothing? Like you went through adventures and peril.
See, he shouldn't have said that he. Yeah, had he actually left out that he knew it was going to happen, that was sounded like, okay, they're again trying to rip off an Indiana Jones like theme. Because remember, at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark,
yeah, they all melt.
It destroys. They get the people get the Ark and it destroys them. So, it's a similar theme. They get what they wish for, and that's what destroys them. But
and it also seemed like they were.
But this is also sillier. Like, oh, he decides he wants to be a Medusa.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah.
He wanted to be part of the Gorgon tribe or something like that.
Why?
And the kid's like, remember Gorgons or Medusa? Yeah, so I knew it would turn himself to stone. It's like, what? Huh? Okay. Like, so why were you fighting against him if you knew it was going to turn himself? He was going to turn himself into stone. It seems like that he was pretty much doing your job for you by helping you get rid of himself. It made no sense. It was and watching the whole movie is like, really? This is the climax right here? This is what everything comes to? Is the guy just turns himself to stone? Like, you don't win? You actually get beaten by this guy?
He turns himself into a Gorgon using the magic mirror from Snow White? Okay.
See?
Like, that was literally his goal?
No, apparently the mirror will give anybody whatever they wish, their deepest desire, but it has, like, evil ulterior motives, usually. And he wished to be part of this Gorgon tribe, which was a legendary tribe, or Krugans or something like that were supposed to be really powerful. And all that ended up happening.
That doesn't even make sense with the mirror story. Like, so what you're saying is it's a genie now. It's a genie of the mirror rather than just a magic mirror that tells you whatever you want.
Yeah, they even mention Aladdin's lamp exists too. But yeah, it was stupid. Like I said, it was stupid. We can't justify stupid. Stupid is as stupid does.
Because I mean, if the mirror could do anything, then the stepmother in Snow White would have just told the mirror to have the girl die. Would it have had to go sneak out and become ugly, or have someone else try to kill her, or anything like that?
Mirror kill Snow White. Oh, okay, I got you. I can do anything.
That's pretty straightforward too.
Yeah. So that was the ending of this movie, and they also looked like they were trying to set it up for a sequel. And I was like, oh man, if they ever make a sequel, I'm gonna have to watch that one too. It's probably gonna be worse. Darn it. So, this movie gets a whopping 1.5 Chewbacca chainsaws out of 5. Yeah. So not so good, not so good.